easiest tool that I use to prevent separation distress, create positive associations with crating, develop a quiet nighttime routine with my dog, and even help with cooperative care? Well, it's in this box right here, and today we're gonna hang out, chat, and do one of my weekly routines that keeps my dogs and so many others well-behaved, healthy, and happy. If you're new here, hi, I'm Laura from Doggy U. I'm a certified guide dog mobility instructor, service dog trainer, and trick trainer. And today we're gonna talk about what's in this box and how I've been using it for over a decade to help create calmer, happier, and healthier dogs. So let's open it up. So this is a special box from Oma's Pride, which is a local company that produces really high quality raw and freeze-dried food. And I had stopped in last week for a tour of the facility and they sent me these 2 boxes. So I thought we could open them up and then I could show you how I turn them into a helpful training tool. Okay, in full disclosure, this box came so quickly and I wasn't yet ready to film, so I actually had to open it and put it in the freezer, but I wanted to show you this packaging real quick because this raw comes packed with dried ice so that it stays frozen. So then I took some of the packages and put them in the freezer and then took one of the packages and put it to partially thaw in the fridge so that I can show you how I use it today. And look at this awesome stuff. So we usually use this beef and veggie mix or this chicken and veggie mix for the project we're gonna work on next, but my dogs have never had their whole sardines before, and I think they're going to be absolutely thrilled about this. Now, they also sent me this box, and I haven't opened this one yet, so we're gonna open it together. So this is their non-frozen stuff because it didn't come with dry ice in it. Let's see what we got. Woohoo! All right. Wow. Awesome. Okay. So we got some chicken chunks that look fantastic. We've got some turkey hearts. These my dogs absolutely love. I love to put them in, chop them up a little bit, put them in with their kibble, and it makes everything taste much better for them. They're so excited about it. And then, ooh, lamb lung. I don't know a dog that doesn't love some lamb lung, so this is gonna be awesome. And I think I might use them for our next project. All right, so now that we've opened up all of the boxes and seen all of the fun goodies that Oma sent, let's now turn it into a really helpful training tool. So first, I'm gonna put some gloves on. All right, so we'll put this stuff off to the side. And I have some partially thawed Woof Complete. Loud, sorry. So this is the raw food that we're going to use to stuff our puzzle toys. So I got my puzzle toys over here and we'll kind of get started. So to start with, what am I actually stuffing? So I like to use Kongs, I've used them forever, but for your younger puppies and for now my older dog, I also like to use these Westpaw design topples. These work really well because you can stuff like a whole meal into these. And more recently, I found these My Woofs or Woofs that you can use as well. They're a little bit smaller and you can make your own little treats to go in them. So we're gonna be doing that as well. Gives you a lot of different options to stuff so that your dogs never get bored. All right, to stuff these toys, all you need to do is grab some of this meat, which is going to be very cold because it's still partially frozen, and you're just going to shove it in there with your thumb. I like to leave a little bit sticking out on top because I think we're gonna add a special treat on top when we're all finished. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about Oma's and then we're gonna talk about how I use these toys to get better behavior for my dogs and the dogs that I work with. So the funny thing about life is that not even a few weeks ago, I made a video saying that I haven't taken on any affiliates or, any other types of businesses to partner with because I hadn't found one yet that fit my ethics and what I was, interested in. And so of course, the way life is, I was going to my hairdresser, shout out to Lori, love her. And she was asking me what I was feeding my dogs. And I told her, I feed a variety of things. I feed some kibble, I feed some freeze-dried raw, and then I also feed some regular raw food. And she said, oh, what do you feed? And I said, oh, I feed Oma's Pride. And she said, oh, that's so funny because the owner of that company is my son's best friend and y'all went to school together, which I didn't know. So I went online and, I found Adam, who is the 4th generation owner of Oma's Pride. And I just sent him a message just saying, hey, just want to let you know, I was talking to Lori, who he knows well. And, I just love your food. It's a great product. And, within a week or so, I was then at the company taking a tour of Oma's, and boom, now I'm actually an affiliate with them. So what is an affiliate? Let's talk about that. Basically, an affiliate means that when you use my link and put DoggyU in the checkout, you're gonna get 30% off your first order of Oma's. And anytime that you use my particular link and use the DoggyU code, I'm going to get a little bit of a commission from Oma's, and it's kind of like a win-win scenario because you get to try out this amazing food and it also helps support the channel. And the thing is, I've been feeding this food for more than a decade, so since I was 22. And I'm no longer anywhere close to 22. But I feel really excited about this brand, and I think the proof is in the dogs. Jake is gonna be turning 15 this year. He's been on this food for more than a decade, and he's also been on their advanced mobility formula, which is kind of like a supplement that you can add to his food. He's been on that since he was 5 or 6 years old. And now this is a 14-and-a-half-year-old dog that regularly hikes 3 to 5 miles with me without any issue. And I think that says a lot about the type of food that this dog is getting. And I firmly believe that nutrition supports longevity in a dog. They also just love the food. And I've used Oma's to train so many dogs. So let's talk about how I can use these awesome stuffed toys to be able to get better behavior out of the dogs that I'm training. All right, y'all, it's that time in the video where I tell you to go down and boop that like button. Doing so helps others find the channel and helps this channel grow. So Jake, Cool Whip, and I would be so appreciative if you did that right now. Go on, do the boop. You know you want to. A big one is crate time. So from the time that a puppy comes home with me, right away, I'm starting to implement some crate games, but also every time that they're gonna be going in that crate, they're gonna be having one of these stuffed food toys. They're gonna feed most of their meals out of these toys, because one of the things about crate time is a lot of the distress happens immediately when they get in. So if you can get over that first 5-minute hump or so of being in the crate, your dog likely will not develop distress or even FOMO in the crate, because they're going to get their little stuffed toy in there, they're gonna gnaw on it for about 20 to 30 minutes or so, and then they're going to fall asleep because they've been mentally stimulated and had an activity to do and totally forgot that they were in there and away from you. So we're preventing just those first few minutes where distress is likely to happen by giving them something every time they go in. It also helps them feel super happy when you leave, which I know is counterintuitive, but we want dogs that are thrilled that you're going to leave so that they don't get stressed out when you're about to leave for the day. By knowing that they're gonna have their super happy treat and developing a routine where maybe you go to work, you play with them, you give them, you train with a portion of their meal, and then right before you leave, you give them their stuffed toy in their crate and they're happy to go in instead of stressing out that you're leaving. It's a great way to set your young puppies or even your adult dogs up for success. And for my service dog people, I also use it for tether time. So tethering is just using basically a short leash to teach the dog how to behave calmly on leash, because a lot of service dog work is laying around and doing nothing, and we want to start developing that skill young. But a young puppy probably doesn't have the, attention span or ability to settle for long periods of time. So we can help shape that behavior by giving them something to do while they're on their tether so that they associate calmness and relaxation with being on their tether and work towards, their ultimate goal of being able to relax in any space. So now I'm gonna work on filling my little woof balls so that they can have those for later too. See, they're gonna go. You can also use them for when you just can't. We've all been there, you're super exhausted, you need to cook dinner, but you've got an adolescent dog that's bouncing off of the walls. You can give them one of these toys for 30 minutes, they're happy, they get their needs met, while you get the stuff that you need done without frustration, because all of our training is about reducing frustration for both you and your dog. And speaking of meals, I'm a big fan of getting the most bang for your buck when we're talking about feeding our dogs. And that doesn't come by just dumping their food into a bowl, because they eat it really quickly and then it's gone. So I like to train with my meals, but if I don't have time to train, this is a really great alternative because it gives the dog a natural outlet for normal behaviors. Dogs like to lick, chew, bite at, tear, all of those things, normal dog behaviors. If I can give them one of these toys filled with raw meat, then it gets them super enticed to chew on this thing that they're supposed to chew on versus the stuff that's in my house. And finally, you can use raw food for cooperative care. So if you need to cut your dog's nails or look in their ears, you can smear some of this raw right on one of those licky mats and have them lick at it while you do the things that you need to do, creating a positive association with getting their nails dremeled or whatever it is that you need to be able to do with your dog for vet care. So those are just some of the ways that I can use Omas stuffed in little food toys to help get better behavior and happier dogs. Now, you can do like fun stuff like make parfaits and stuff out of them. I'm not super creative, but Omas did send me those awesome treats, so I think I'm gonna grab those and put little toppers on each one of those Kongs to get them even more excited about their meals. Now, both of my dogs are adult dogs, but they still really enjoy getting their special raw meals in these Kongs every single day, and it gives them something to look forward to in the afternoon, say maybe if I haven't been able to exercise them the way that I wanted to. So I think I'm gonna choose the lamb lung to put on top, kind of like a little flag or like, I don't know, a little appetizer for them. It breaks super easy, so I'm just gonna kind of take little bits of it and shove it on top, make it super exciting. And then we'll just throw it in the freezer for them. And yeah, it'll be ready by this afternoon so they can sit outside on this super nice day and have, a little afternoon snack while I edit this video. So that brings me to my next thing. I'm by no means a raw feeding expert, and when I'm not an expert in something, I like to bring on someone who is. So I have a video coming up where I'm gonna bring on one of the Oma's raw feeding experts who's going to be able to answer some questions that I have. And I thought it'd be a great opportunity to make this video so that you'd have the opportunity to go down to the comments below and put any questions you have in the comments so we can use them to help answer them during that video. So if you have questions, make sure you put them down in the comments. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to try Oma's Pride for yourself, make sure you go down to my link down in the description and use the code DOGGYU, DOGGYU. It's a great way to support the channel, and it also means that your dog is going to get lots of yummy raw food and treats, the same stuff that my own dogs eat. And if you want to learn more about what daily life looks like with me and my dogs, check out this video here, which is going to go over my full morning routine with my dogs. All right, y'all, you have an awesome day and happy training.